Hey everybody, Kelly Sue here, and I want to talk about this awesome thing we're doing and paint with you guys today. So this is a door hanger. It is 18 inches with 2 holes at the top, and it's considered 3D. Good God. Okay, scissors are needed. I hope you guys all had a great Christmas. I haven't been on here, and let me just tell you why. Well, we got really busy with in-person parties and kits going out. But, you know, our family life is a little bit of a beep show right now with our oldest. And so, that and burning my hair off, I haven't really wanted to be live. But then I was like, I'm missing you guys. So I want to come on here and show you something we're doing right now. Hopefully you can read this okay. I'm trying to log on to see. So this is one of the offerings for our brand new thing we're doing. And it's a door hanger of the other month club. Meaning you're not getting one every month, but every other month. And the unique thing about this is you get to choose from 4 different designs. And I'll have a video or a live that you guys can watch along with. And the great thing is, it's bare bones. You don't get anything with it. You have your own paint supplies. It's $29 to get in at the beginning, and then shipping, of course. And then it's going to go up from there. We sell these online for $39, and paint parties they're $45. So it's pretty good savings for you and your girlfriends. Just grab and go. First thing I would do, kind of check it all out, make sure you got every piece that you need, and then I'd do the tape trick. That's where you take a piece of either the blue or the purple tape. And I really like the purple tape, but one person did say it left a sticky residue. I don't know, I really liked it, and now I'm like, oh, I'm not gonna use it. And I guess use what you like. Use what you like. So I have the sticky side up. This is a great little trick for the small pieces. You're just going to stick them on there. And then it's easy to paint them if you have, I didn't quite fit. It's easy to paint them if you have makeup sponges. You just kind of, and they're done really quickly and you're not losing them. Let's say you're having a paint party with your girlfriends and the vino, maybe you've had a month like I've had, and the vino is you know, just kind of pouring. And some of these pieces are a little small. You wouldn't lose them. You wouldn't be doing the crawl of shame under the table. Speaking of which, if you're having parties, think about me and invite me. I would love to come. Okay, so these little hearts in here are really tiny. You don't have to use them. You could put them somewhere else. So that's a great thing about this design is you can actually reconfigure it any way you want. There is absolutely no reason to do the paint trick on, or the tape trick on the big pieces, because it's just kind of a waste. So what you're left with is what I call the blank, 18 inches, and the back blank. The back tends to have a little bit more scorch marks and where the glue from the wood is visible. The front tends to have a better grain. So if you love grain, you're gonna wanna kind of pull that out. And if you're not really, if you don't care, just paint over it. So I tend to love grain. So what I'm gonna do is pull out the grain a little bit. I'm gonna do like a fakey McShaky pants sort of staining. And what I'm gonna do, we call it water staining. So I got my water bucket, my big ugly paintbrush, and some paint of my choice. This is just kind of a Ross or a burnt sienna. I'm gonna deepen it up just a bit. And you can do this same technique with really any color. So I'm gonna bring out a bunch of water, just kind of mix it up. And so you're thinking about staining more than painting. So you want it pretty wet. And then this is what I do now. about this material is I do love it. It doesn't love to get wet. So you're gonna wipe it on, or brush it on, wipe it off. And since I do it with vigor, I'm gonna end up splashing my elements there. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do half at a time. I could almost suggest maybe a little bit more water. Okay, now that I'm going, tell me, how's it going? What have you been up to? As soon as I start wiping, I think I should be able to find you guys on the right channel and answer some of your questions. If I can't, if Facebook is blocking me or whatever, I will just answer at the end. This group will be open soon for new people. I have splashed. Okay, I hope you guys can see this. Look how beautiful that green is. I'm just using a shop towel. Why? Because I finally got smart. I got tired of wasting all the paper towels. With a shop towel, one, then you can fold it over, and it's still slightly absorbent on the other side. It just works a little bit better. So like I said, I'm going to try to find you guys real quick. I might have to log into personal. Oh, here we are. Yay! So let me know what you're doing. And I will keep checking back to see if you have any questions. So, like I said, I needed to paint this anyway, and painting with you guys always makes me feel better. You know, like we all have those moments where we're like a mom and we're like, okay, today was a mom fail, or this whole month has been a mom fail. And then, you know, you want to feel better about yourself. And how I do that is painting with you guys. This might be a little bit darker than the other side. You could make it Oreo, or what would I call that? Cruella de Vil. Oh my gosh, and keep your elements out of the splash zone. Good grief. Nobody's complained at our paint parties. But maybe I'm just the worst splatterer than all of you guys. So thanks for visiting with me tonight. Painting always makes me feel so much better. There's two things that really fill my cup. One is painting with y'all, and one is service. You know, it's always art related, either giving something away or helping with a group. Does maybe look a little bit darker. The great thing about this is you can just keep going. Just keep wiping, Ugh. It's still way better than the Bounty, guys. I'm gonna look online. I'm gonna see if I can't just kind of sort of blend it this way. I wanna make sure you guys are seeing. Okay, there is a tremendous drag on my computer right now. Excuse me. Okay, there, I'm seeing the whole thing now. So it does look a little darker here on what is my left. So I'm gonna really water some down. And it's just where I ran out of paint and I had to make some more. There we go. No, I'm not sick. Thanks for asking. There's this stray cat. I'm not necessarily allergic to cats like John is. Ta-da. So what's great about these are, if you're crafty at all, you could flip them over and paint a different design on the back. It'd have to be darker. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and let this dry, and I'll pull it over every now and then to just, you know, kind of compare what I want to happen. Now, I gotta tell you, I am not a pink girl. I don't love pink. I like dark purple, but I don't like lavender. which dark purple and dark pink are the colors of the year. I don't know how that happened. Because to me, teal's still reigning supreme, guys. So who's out there? Where are you watching from? But hey, Joe, is it morning for you? Oh my gosh. Hey, Joe, I haven't heard from you from a while. I hope you're doing well. I think last time we had talked, you were having a couple issues. Hopefully everything's better. I'm just telling y'all that I do not love the pinks. And I only brought one plate up to my studio. I'm gonna have to reuse it. And we'll see if the dogs let us continue. So it's all about, this is a kit, guys. You take it apart, you paint it, you glue it back together. If you don't like it, you paint over it one more time. So it works out great. Ooh. It's always morning for Joe. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. All right, so you're just gonna pick up a sponge brush or a, goodness gracious, I left all these sponge brushes here for me. And then who knows what I did with them. I probably organized myself right out of house and home, if you believe it. I got these Martha Stewart ones that work pretty good. All you do is paint. They're dabbers, but they work great. So what I'm envisioning is, hold on a second. So I really love, look at that that latticey type look on that. It's so pretty. So I got to think about what's going to be popping up under that. What I want to have, I should have kind of made a plan ahead of time, I think. Okay, so let's do this. Ta-da! And it reads, love lives here, with a heart on either end. And then this, the hearts could pop through if you wanted to from the background color, or what you can do is, Joe, what are you saying now? Thank you. Oh, well, I'm glad you took a month off. Oh my Lord, Joe, take it easy, girl. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and paint my little hearts also and just stick them in. When you're convalescing, you know, do a little art here and there when you can. I think I do love teals, guys. I brought out the purple, but I'm just hesitant, so hesitant to use it. And I don't love white, and I do like black. So I already know Colleen's probably gonna paint the background black. She's gonna do a great job. Okay, so I'm gonna do, I gotta remember, it's so hard to get started. It's the blank piece of paper, you guys. It's the blank piece of paper. All right, so I'm gonna go with the lighter. Oh, it's got a little clump. That's okay. Let me show you how easy these are to use. Makeup sponges work great too. You're gonna load it. You're gonna offload it. You're gonna paint the other one by mistake, sorry. I'm remembering my background board is fairly dark, so I wanted to go contrast. Okay, if you didn't have this little doodad, you can use just a sponge brush. You can use a regular brush. What I don't like is so much paint that I'm oozing off my sides. So I'd rather do a couple really light coats than one where my sides are oozing. Now, two camps. One camp is painting the sides, and the other camp is not painting the sides, which is kind of where I fall. I like them. They're dark. They're already dark from the machine, from this scorching. So they kind of look like they're edged. But some people like to paint them, and some people just like to clean up their mess because they're oozing. They had too much vino. Or they weren't paying attention and it started oozing. Okay, so this is because that paint, I don't have a paint party happening right now. It's winter, so it was kind of old. So that took no time at all. I'm definitely going to want to do a second coat. You can see the brown poking through, but it took no time at all. I'm not going to love using pink today, guys. I'm not sure. So a great thing to do is lay out your bottles first. So I have this lighter pink from Craft Smart. I don't think I'm going to go for it. I think it's going to stay right there. Maybe for the hearts. Maybe. We might bring it out. Put me in the game, coach. Oops. All right, so then would I maybe do this kind of a charcoal gray? Like I said, I don't really like the traditional Valentine's colors because I think about, oh my gosh, it's got to go on my door, in my office, that kind of deal. And that's just not something color-wise. I find like 4th of July is really hard to sell door hangers because, let me see, kind of liking that. I'm going to go over it with silver. 4th of July is really hard because it's that red, white, and blue motif. It's just our founding fathers weren't even thinking about 200 years in the future, 200 plus years in the future, where we need a little bit more color in our life. So, and that's okay. A lot of people use red, white, and blue. And I use it as accents that time of year. So, for this club, you have a choice of 2 Valentine door hangers, 1 St. Patrick's Day door hanger, and 1 everyday door hanger. Probably pretty snarky. This one, it reads welcome-ish. It just depends who you are. And that's because the people in my group, you guys are snarky or sweet. I have sweevil people in my group. You're sweet, you're evil. I love it. Some of you guys are very sweet. Some of you guys are very snarky. I think there's not a lot of middle road with all of you guys, and I love that. Okay, I'm gonna go over that with silver. I think that's gonna look amazing. So now, this dries pretty quickly. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna use my sponge brush again. And I'm just gonna go over one more time. I'm getting some from something. I don't know if it's the sponge. Martha Stewart, what are you doing to me, girl? All right, so this is a natural product. Here's my disclaimer. It is a natural product. It is wood. Sometimes there will be some bendy stuff. Sometimes there'll be some knots in weird places. That's just kind of what happens. Do the small heart purple and the main piece teal. Oh, thanks. Right over it. So you can see there's a little bend in here. It kind of can get worse if you're using a lot of wet paint, guys. So when you go to glue it, think old school. Glue it and then weight it down and then come back to it. Should be good to go. A lot of times it just has to dry. And it's just not, it's not plastic. It's real wood, guys. Okay. Loving on it. Now, I would not have a problem now with streaking in some purple to the gray because I took the cutesiness out of the purple is really what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to hit it with silver and then I'm going to streak some of the purple in, I think. It's just a work in progress. As you're painting, you're going to find what works for you. So this gray is kind of dark. I have all my paint bottles put away from the crafting parties, from the ladies' parties, but we have one coming up on the 11th in Spangle. My Spangle ladies. Love those girls. All right, so give me a paintbrush. So what have y'all been doing? Have you put away the tree? If you celebrate Christmas, have you put away the tree? Let's go with that. I've threatened to because we went with a real tree. Last year we bought a real tree on Thanksgiving weekend, and 2 weeks later we had to buy another real tree because it was dead. Guys, it was so dry. It was terrible. It was our first Thanksgiving in this home here in Spokane. And so what I did now this year was I waited until like January 6th to get a tree. And what do you think happened? Yep, that's right. There really wasn't any left. I'm looking on the replay. I really like that. I was gonna streak it with purple, but I'm really not gonna. It's looking good. Okay, so the love. Okay, so one of the projects in this new membership we have is, it's still the not Thanksgiving, Valentine's, but it's Welcome to the Love Shack. Who's not singing that in their head right now? Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. I love it too. Okay, I don't really love going whitish, but I'm not gonna go whitish. Okay, so I'm gonna go, the heart probably needs, I want this red so it pops through here, or maybe this should be red. I'm gonna make, you know what I'm gonna do? Oop, it might be too much. I was thinking I would do this technique under the lattice, but I think it would be too much. Maybe, I'm gonna do it anyway. If I hate it, I'll just paint over it. That's the great thing about art, guys. If you don't like it, you can change it. It's all right. Love Shack, baby, Love Shack. I'm just gonna go kind of light. I want it to be a little contrasty to the background. Can't not sing that song when you see this door hanger. And so I will do a live for that one too. That way these ladies have, whoever's joining, they have a support. I guess you could leave it. Could leave it El Natural if you wanted to. I'm waiting for the replay to stick. It doesn't have to be red at all. So let's say, you know, you join the club, but you forgot to choose. Guess what happens? We send you a mystery choice. Ha, ha, ha. I'm gonna hit that with red. So my red is kind of, I have some brown in it, so it's not super bright. So that's kind of interesting. Some people are like, some of my people, they crack me up. You guys crack me up. I'm joining your group and I want you to send me whatever you want me to every month. Surprise me. I don't like surprises that much, you guys. That just kills me. I'm trying not to splash, so I'm kind of painting off to the side here. I should have a plan. I have the Procreate app now. I finally have the right iPad for my iPencil, Apple Pencil, whatever it's called. And so I could probably put this image in and do like a graphic, because I'm big time now, guys. Somebody's gonna have to teach me. Right away, I'm saying I super love that because I'm not real pastel-y kind of person, like the pinks. Anyway, I am completely out of my amazing, what's this called, red cherry? Cherry glitter from Amazon. No, it's not Amazon, Michael's. But I would mix this with the clear glue and go over top of that, and it's gonna be rockin' awesome. All right, so I'm gonna do that, but I won't do it today. Just know if you end up seeing a final image, it's been it's happened, guys. I added glitter to it. So do you guys like glitter? Or do you not like glitter? Glitter or no glitter? Because I think you either love it or don't. And I know that the people that don't, they don't like it because of A, mess, or B, the feel of it. And if you use the glue method where you're putting the mixture of glitter into glue and painting it right where you want it, you eliminate both, guys. Seriously, it'll be beautiful. I'm loving what I see. I don't want to go black. Black heart. No, me and John are having problems. It's going great. Kind of want to go with the dark teal here. I told you I'm going really non-traditional, or even black. That would be great. L, heart, VE. Kind of thinking I should do that. Okay, guys, I'm going for it. So keep in mind that the paint will dribble down through the lattice. It could ruin your whole plan. That's why I like to use the sponge brushes. I think I have a couple more smaller ones. I'm just kind of running out of space to use this. You need a big spot. I guess I could do it on the paper, but we all know what's going to happen then. Oh, good Lord. I'm loving it. I told you, you're going to get an untraditional Valentine's with a little pop of red. That's what you're going to get, a little pop of red. Give it a try, see what you get. I don't have any oozing because I made sure that I didn't have a lot of paint in my sponge. Okay, my sweet spot is on my right because I'm right-handed, so I'm flipping my love. I'm flipping my love, guys, upside down. Seems like a really good start to a song. Drying pretty quick, so I can almost put that on there. I'm waiting for the replay. I'm really loving that. I'll definitely run a little bit of white through my love. You see how easy this is? The hardest part is picking out your colors. I think I'm done using the black. Let me give it one more little coat. It's drying pretty quick. The L needs a little bit of work. So when me and John first got married, no, we were married 5 years before we had Sydney. So she was really young. So we've been together 5 years. You know, I don't know if it was a bored housewife syndrome or what, but we took this class at the church we were attending, and it was basically how to rekindle that love. And we were the youngest couple by far in this class, both by age and by how long we'd been married. Excuse me. And so we got a big kick out of all of this. But one of the things the director of the class made us do was like an 8-second kiss, because or 10-second kiss. It was a long kiss. And it didn't have to get like all messy and stuff, you know what I mean? But his viewpoint was, as we have children and we're married for a while, we get into a routine, we all get so busy. So busy. And then our intimacy gets really short. So here we are watching these older people doing some really long kissing, glitter. Hi, Melissa, how are you? Give my girl a hug. And so I think it did a little trauma in our lives, just a little trauma, kind of cracked us up for a while. But I try to keep that in mind, like, hey, if we're running around and we're not really connecting, that maybe, just maybe, it's because we're not 10-second kissing anymore, you guys. That was way too much information for you guys. Okay, so I think red, and red. Nope, these ones will be red. I'm gonna have to pick another color. You know, these ones don't have to be red. So, you know, these ones in here, they could be a darker turquoise. They could be black. I'm really black hearting it tonight, aren't I? The silver looks amazing. Okay, I normally do really good with big pieces, and then when it comes down to the fine detail, sometimes I have to repaint, and it's okay. Should have had a plan. Shoulda, woulda, coulda. Okay, so I'm gonna go in with the red. I'm just gonna forget my plate. I'm just gonna go ahead and put everything. I didn't mean to throw you. Everything right here. I'm gonna use my filbert from Michaels. It is a Princeton brush. They're pretty good. They normally last me about half a year with all the painting I do. And I do like the filbert. This is a number 8. Sorry, it's an 8. It's a level 2. You don't want to use your best paint brushes for painting on wood, is typically what I say. But I just said, screw it. Tonight, we're grabbing it. So I'm going to put that down here. And just remember, if you don't want to have to paint the sides, try to keep the oozing to a minimum. That means don't put a lot of paint on your paintbrush. Now these are paint and stick, really, like paint and glue. Doom. Looks like somebody's getting ready to make dinner. That's a love language right there. Make me some dinner. Ugh, I don't want to have to paint them. I don't want to have to do white. Okay, hold on a second. Let me pull out our piece so far. Okay, love, is it dry? Yep. Okay, so this is what we're working with so far. So hopefully you guys like it. I'm almost thinking Minnie Mouse dots, but I'm not sure why. This is dry, by the way. Don't be freaking out. It's dry. So I really like it. It's a little non-traditional. I'm definitely going to hit this with glitter. This one goes over here. And then the hearts go back in place. So then my only question is, I could do you guys think that if these ones were red and this one was dark turquoise, would that be okay? Or I really don't want to use white other than accents. So that I'm going to go with that. If I hate it, I'll flip the hearts over. Still going to use my filbert. And so I'm not dunking, I'm not scooping, I'm just gently. That might not be dark enough. I might have to go silver on top. Oh my gosh, don't make me do silver, guys. Yeah, I love silver. It's my color. Even though I'm an autumn. And I'd show you, but my hair is still so funky. You guys know I burned my hair off, right? I mean, it wasn't super traumatic. It's literally on one side. That's crazy, but it's really, what it did was made it really dry, and what I have left, and it's hard. It's hard to, throughout the day it gets tangled. I'll just say that. But you know, I'm sure you're not surprised. Okay, so right away I'm going to say there is no contrast between these hearts and the lattice work, which is what I was looking for. So I'm going to just go over those. It's just paint, guys. If you don't like it, switch it. Rewrite your story if you don't like it. I'm kind of thinking that the red probably would be okay because it would carry red down here and up here. And then this should be the darker. Perhaps. Is it dry? I also could do black hearts. That is very intriguing to me. Let's do black. Let's carry the black over. Again, if I had some glitter, I could go over top of it, but I'm out. I need to go to Michael's, oh darn, tomorrow. So I can finish this. It's not as bad as a train wreck as a lot of my nights, but the dogs are downstairs and the night is still young. I'm getting way too much paint on my paintbrush. So those will go in the holes. I'll wait for the replay real quick. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe it. Came together so much quicker than I thought it would. I really love the lattice. I love how it's it's beautiful, but it's understated because I didn't do like white underneath. Yay me. Yay. So we're gonna hit the glitter tomorrow. I'll paint the hearts one more time. You don't need to be here and watch me paint the hearts one more time. You just know that I'll do it. And then I'll glitter them up. So this is a design that's for our door hanger that comes every other month. So we call it bi-monthly. And it's $29 for the door hanger. That's it, $29. And if you live locally to me, you could probably do local pickup. Otherwise, there's some shipping involved. And you provide your own paints and brushes, so that works out. I mean, you could add them on, but the whole idea was let's keep it simple, people. Okay, I'm trying to think. I know I'm chewing my gum like a cud. Oh, okay. I'm looking over here and I see this mermaid green. Oh shoot, might have to do it because the turquoise just wasn't contrasty enough. So I got this mermaid green. Oh man, oh boy. If I don't like it, remember I can just paint over it. I think if I add some details to it. So I'm going to paint here. Just don't want to use every color that you think of for Valentine's. I want to have a little surprise. So let me take this off. Be gentle when you tear these because it is wood and they do have weird little connectors. I'm gonna wait for the replay to pop. I think I like it. It pops, but it's not ridiculously in your face. How about, when you guys think if I paint the little heart above lives, above the eye, I guess it's above the eye. Red, if I just leave that so I can paint that red. That would be red carried through, but not at the bottom. So it's not too much red. So what's funny is, you know, everybody's on a waiting list. They're waiting right now. If they did not buy one of these for their friends and gift it to them for the holiday, they're on the wait list. So if they did buy, they still don't get it yet. Everything gets shipped out on January 10th. And so what I think will be interesting is based off of the wait list, we'll probably have, we're gonna open 75 spots. I believe we're probably gonna sell out, but let's just say 75. Everyone's will be different. Now let's say everyone bought the same design. They really liked this one and they bought it. They would all look different. Shannon's would look different than Colleen's, which would look different than her buddy Deborah, if she was in the group. You know, they're all just different because it should reflect who you are. Let's say you don't want to put it on your front door. You can take it to your office. You can gift it. Pretty good gift, 29 bucks. Whoop. Ta-da. Okay, I think I'm gonna go lopsided here. Oop, I got a little stain. Make sure they're dry, guys. Make sure they're dry. Love lives here. Black's gonna go in the holes. I'm just gonna put 1 or 2 in to make sure that was a good call. So the thing is, I should have taken them out in order. They only fit in the hole they came out of. Go away, kid. So keep that in mind when you're taking them off. If it doesn't fit, don't force it. It just means, well, you could have put some paint in there by mistake, but it just means that's not the hole it came out of. So by process of elimination, this should fit. Come on, baby. Come on, baby. And it does. Ta-da! So if yours is not fitting, it's just not in the right hole. Sometimes somebody painted the back. Let's say they painted the back and it didn't fit. Well, that would be why. Okay, so I can see right away that I am not, think of your holes. Try to keep in mind where your holes are, guys. And you want to be lined up with the sides and the bottoms. This is so, I'm happy. I'm so happy. This might not be your cup of tea. You might be like, oh, I don't really like that. And that's okay, because this is for me, and you could paint yours any way you want. Okay, so what would I use to stick these together? I'm going to use E6000. Okay, it's a pretty, I call it almost instant, I see that, almost instant adhesive, and it gives you a little bit of play. So you got to watch out for the glide. Let me move my paper over. What is the glide? The glide is where you glue it in place and you think, aha, it's right where I want it. I'm going to go fill my wine. And then I come back and it's like, whoof, off. Okay, so you got to glue it, put it down, push it down, and then, you know, count to 20 or whatever. Make sure your fingers are clean, for goodness sakes. And go from there. See how I got a little piece there. And what else have I used? Well, okay, so this is about $5. Use your coupon at Michael's. You can go to the dollar store. For $1, you can get, or $1.25, you can get a wood glue. It's called the super glue. Forget about the super glue. The good thing to know is I opened this a month ago, and the glue still freely flows, but it is a wood glue, guys. It isn't a super glue. I thought, aha, everybody gets their own glue. I was thinking I have a solution, and then what I did was I glued one bow on top of the other, and when it did finally grip, man, this baby, it's not going anywhere. I did love that, but it wasn't, the drying time was not satisfactory to me. So yeah, keep that in mind. The E6000, within 15 minutes, it will have completely adhered, and you're gonna really like that. But then you gotta watch out for the glide. Okay, and then another thing I feel like I really need to tell you is everyone feels like they got to do the kindergarten glue thing where they come around all the sides, they're outlining it, and what you're going to get is that glue's going to ooze, guys. So maybe take the lid off and you're going to do dot, 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 you know, just a couple dots. What I would do with the lattice situation is I would squeeze some glue on a paper or a paper plate and take it and put it where you want it, and then in place. Otherwise it's gonna ooze, you're gonna see it. So now I'm gonna come in with silver or white, and I'm not sure which. And if you hate it, paint over it. And I'm gonna do a little doodadding, and I'm not gonna worry about gluing with you guys. I kind of walked you through what was happening. That was a little crooked, guys. So before it dries, so I don't have to paint over it, I'm just gonna kind of wipe it up just a little bit. Ta-da! That was a little crooked. I don't know what I was thinking. I'm still having to kind of touch it up, I see. So I want to do a little bit of, where's my other small paintbrush? So I'm getting these small paintbrushes I got from Michael's aren't as great. So don't forget to water down your paint when you're going to outline. Just a little bit of water. Okay, I'll get rid of that. So I know it looks crazy right now. Stick with me just a minute or two. You could do this with silver. I must be hungry. I am shaking. Do it with silver. It wouldn't be so noticeable. Make sure your white is thinned. I used all my thinned out white, and so now it's a little heavier than it was at the beginning. And it could bleed a little bit. That's okay. Come back with your black. Make yourself happy. I'm not going everywhere. You guys can see that, right? I'm just here and there. Then I'm going to flip my paintbrush upside down. Ooh, I'm very bleedy over here. I might have to totally redo that one. I feel like we need a little bit more here. I'm just going to do a little detail work wherever you feel like you need it. Just to make it look cutesy. So I believe that, like I said, we're only going to open up 75 spots. We're super excited about this membership we have, because it's just, you know, come up with the designs or find the right design that you like or that I like, and then we offer them. You guys pick them out, we cut them, and we get them ready for you. So we'll offer videos that can help you guys just determine whether you like some of the style that we chose, or if you don't like it, then you know that you don't like it. And then you can move on from there. I almost feel like if I use some silver in the here and the lid, that would be good. Yeah, I kind of wish I would have just stuck to silver. But so what I'll do is I'll go ahead and paint over that tomorrow, black, and just do it again. Sometimes it's hard to do it perfectly on a live because you're contorting your body weirdly. We've heard a lot of really good feedback on this membership. We're super excited. So I think I'm gonna do 1, 2, 3. So just make it as cutesy as you want. I feel like I need to go that direction. I'm gonna have glitter on these guys, and then I'm definitely gonna have a little heart love right there. All right, love lives here. I'm gonna fix my black tomorrow, so don't cry for me, Argentina. We're gonna fix it together. Let me know what you think. If you want more information about our new membership, we're gonna open in just a couple days to our wait list. They get first go at all the spots that are open. And then if there's any open, we'll open them up to the public. So if you want information, just write me and I'll get that to you. So hope you enjoy this. Talk to you later, okay guys?